where do you think the Gamecocks go? Where do you think
Me,
we go
if it was
from
me,
here?
I would fire Clayton White right now.
Yeah.
I would fire Clayton White right now if it was me, because at some point, yeah, you can wait till the end of the year and everybody says we're going to move on, but
Yeah.
you have to make a point to your team that this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
This play is
Yeah.
unacceptable. This coaching is unacceptable, and we're making moves now because we've got to do something to salvage this season. And he's not cutting it.
No, yeah, it. I've been thinking about this since the game happened, and I just think it's a testament to, I guess, the type of person Shane Beamer is. I know Clayton White, I believe, is a very close personal friend with him. But like I said, this is year 3. You're a head coach of a major university,
right?
Regardless, we're not a top tier in terms of football, but you're still coaching, a head coach in the SEC, the best 1-2 conference in college football. He made the whether Satterfield left on his own or not, he made a choice to move on from the offense coordinator. It seems to be everything is going okay with Dowell Loggins, but you have to, if you're going to bank your career on Clayton White, you're going to have to live with it. But I think
fire him now.
You have to make a change on defense.
Yeah, honestly, but to me personally, I think it needs to be now.
I agree with you. I think it's I understand both sides, but it's like, you look at Arkansas. Arkansas was coming off a 7-3 loss to Mississippi State, and they fired Dan Enos. And I think that's what we should do, but I don't think that's what Beamer's going to do.
And, that's obviously him making that decision, but if you want to stay on that sinking ship, eventually you're going to drown.
Yeah.
And that's what Clayton White is at this point. It's not getting better.
Yeah.
And once people, wanted him gone a few weeks ago, it would be one thing if the defense showed some kind of promise, but they've progressively gotten worse since then.
The second half against Missouri was probably the best half they've played.
And really some of that is probably just Missouri coasting at that point.
I think it was a little bit of both,
So, but the thing is you can't have a coach that says, all right, well, we make good second half adjustments.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're already down so far.
And he's not happy with it because all his interviews, whether it's mid-game, halftime, post-game, he's frustrated with the defense.
Words. That's all that is words, because until he takes action.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, firing an offensive coordinator midseason I think is a little bit tougher because you do have to have somebody just calling play after play after play and scheming things up. It's a little bit easier, I would, not to say that calling defensive plays is easy.
Yeah.
But, there's probably 2 or 3 people on that staff that could do just as good at this point.
Yeah.
Get rid of him, move on.
And another thing is, and I see this a lot on social media, I think people are more frustrated with the concept Clayton White runs.
Yeah.
Runs a 4-2-5, but you've got 3 safeties out there, and you're asking a safety and Eamon Worry to play a position that he's probably not fit to be in, and that's no knock on him. Like, he's a true safety. Him and DQ Smith, they're both true safety. So is Jalen Kilgore. But we've got DBs out on the team that can play the position, and it's just hurting us.
Right.
I mean, it truly is. But like I said, I think we're going to be okay. You have to allow
next year
4 to 5 years to determine. But this is make or break time for Shane Beamer. If he wants to be a head coach, you have to make these tough decisions. In order to be a successful head coach. Look at Dabo from last year. He saw that it wasn't working with Brandon Streeter, and he made a decision to move on from him. Now, it hadn't worked out the best, but we'll talk about that more later. But, if he wants to be a successful head coach, he has to start acting like a head coach.
Yeah, and I would fire – that would be my first thing. I would fire Clayton White.
Yeah.
But, again, he's not going to do it.
No.
He's just not. He's going to try and coast into the end of the season. But unfortunately, not only are you losing games, you're kind of losing some of your, dealings with recruits and, how they view the program. Because, again, if I'm looking at South Carolina right now and I see that we can't make any kind of adjustments coaching-wise, why would I trust that he's going to help me, as a player when we go there? So
and I think we're okay in terms of recruiting because, kids love Beamer. They love the program. I think most level-headed people know, like we definitely overachieved last year. There were games that we won we had no business winning. The A&M game and the Kentucky game. You can X out the Tennessee Clemson because we did deserve to win those.
Right.
But we kind of escaped those two games against A&M and Kentucky last year. But we'll go back again this Saturday at Texas A&M. We'll get more of that later.